Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever been to a party or a big event, maybe even a wedding, where something went disastrously wrong? Imagine you're the host. Everything is going perfectly. The music is great. People are laughing. And then you run out of drinks. That's not just awkward. For the host, it's a social catastrophe. Well, today we're diving into a story from the Bible where exactly that happened, but with a guest list that included someone truly extraordinary. This is the story of the marriage at Cana. Our story takes place in a small village called Cana in Galilee. A wedding celebration is in full swing. In that culture, a wedding wasn't just a few hours. It was a week-long festival, a massive community event. The hospitality of the bride and groom's families was on full display. To run out of wine, the symbol of joy and celebration, would bring immense shame upon them. And that's precisely what happens. The party is bigger or thirstier than they planned for, and the wine runs out. Among the guests are Jesus and his mother, Mary. Mary, ever observant and compassionate, notices the host's panic. She sees the crisis unfolding. She walks over to Jesus and says simply, "They have no more wine." It's not a demand, but a statement of fact, filled with trust. She knows her son. She knows what he's capable of. Jesus' response seems a bit strange at first. He says, "Woman, what does this have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." This isn't disrespectful. It's a way of saying, is this really the time and place for me to reveal who I am? But Mary's faith is unshaken. She turns to the servants and gives them a simple, powerful instruction: do whatever he tells you. Nearby stood 6 large stone water jars, each capable of holding 20 to 30 gallons. These weren't for drinking. They were used for ceremonial washing, a purification ritual. Jesus approaches the servants and tells them, "Fill the jars with water." The servants, likely confused but obeying Mary's command, do exactly as he says. They fill all 6 massive jars to the brim with plain, ordinary water. Imagine them hauling bucket after bucket, wondering what on earth this was all about. Then comes the next instruction. Jesus says, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet." This required a huge leap of faith. They had just filled these jars with water. Presenting this to the person in charge of the feast, who was responsible for the quality of the food and drink, was a massive risk. If it was just water, they'd be in serious trouble. But they obey. A servant dips a ladle into one of the jars and carries a cup to the master of the banquet. The master takes a sip. He has no idea where this drink came from. His eyes widen in surprise. This isn't just wine. It's the best wine he's tasted all night. He calls the bridegroom over, not to scold him, but to praise him. He says everyone brings out the choice wine first and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best until now. He thought the bridegroom had been holding back the premium stuff, but the bridegroom is just as confused. The only ones who know the secret are the servants, Mary, and Jesus's disciples. This event, turning water into wine, is recorded in the Gospel of John as Jesus's first public miracle. It wasn't about showing off his power in a grand public spectacle. It was a quiet act of compassion, saving a family from shame and turning a moment of crisis into one of overflowing abundance and joy. It shows us a God who cares about the small human details of our lives, even a catering crisis at a wedding. He meets us in our moments of need and doesn't just fix the problem. He transforms it into something far better than we could have imagined. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. It's a beautiful reminder that with faith, even the most ordinary moments can become extraordinary. If you enjoyed this, please give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next story. See you next time.